Hello everyone, my name is Alisa Flores and my presentation is going to be over the maternity leave in Texas. What is maternity leave? Maternity leave is the absence for an expectant or new mother for the birth and care for the baby. Currently, for maternity leave rights, we have just the Family and Medical Leave Act of 1993. Recently, as of 2016, they have added a couple of regulations to that 1993 Act. It has basically stayed the same. The FMLA is the most and only piece of federal law that protects certain qualifying workers from losing their jobs while they take parental leave in the US on an unpaid basis. So basically, you are allowed to have some time off, but it will not be paid leave. And to qualify for this, the employee must have worked with the employer that has over 50 employees across its work sites within a 75-mile radius. And the employee has to have worked at least 12 months and clocked in 1,250 hours the prior year before asking for that maternity leave. The infographic shown on the left by Presaglia explains that the law has protected over 50 million Americans since 1993, with up to 12 weeks of unpaid leave. The U.S. Department of Labor administers FMLA and provides forms that employees, healthcare providers, and employers fill out to document and initiate the leave process. When your FMLA leave is over, you are entitled to be reinstated to the same position. If your position is no longer available, you must be restored to an equivalent position, one that is nearly identical to your former position in every important way, including responsibilities and benefits. Some new parents decide to not return to work following their parental leave. If you are one of them, your employer is not legally obligated to reinstate you for that position once you've given them notice that you are not going to return. The only trouble when it comes to this is that 40% of working mothers are employed by companies too small to be required to meet the mandate. And for many mothers in the remaining 60%, 12 weeks of unpaid leave is financially difficult, if not impossible. Even for those who are eligible for leave under the FMLA and can afford to take it, that doesn't eliminate the concern that doing so will negatively impact future career prospects, wages, and the ability to advance. In addition to the FMLA, certain states expand the rights individual employees may have either in the form of more relaxed qualifying rules, more unpaid leave time, paid parental leave, or short-term disability insurance programs that cover the inability to work during the pregnancy. What about Texas? Although Texas employees may be eligible for the FMLA leave, no state law provides additional rights. Texas, like most other states, protects employees from pregnancy discrimination. But this means your employer cannot fire you, discipline you, or otherwise treat you differently because of your pregnancy. Under Texas law, pregnant employees are entitled to be treated just as an employer treats other employees who are temporarily unavailable to do their job. For example, if the company allows employees to take time off for temporary disabilities, it must allow time off for employees who are temporarily disabled by pregnancy or childbirth. However, many small businesses in Texas are not required to provide maternity leave benefits. No small business must offer income replacement. Many exempt from job protection and healthcare continuation. The federal regulations have employee size criteria. To qualify for the FMLA, the business must have over 50 employees. And to qualify for the American Stability Act, there must be over 15 employees. And to qualify also for the Pregnancy Discrimination Act, it has also have to be over 15 employees. And many businesses here in Texas, most importantly, South Texas, have 15 or less employees. So many do not qualify. Small businesses with parental leave requirements vary by employee size. And they can offer you, if you qualify, these small businesses can offer you voluntary short-term disability to cover the mom's recovery from labor and delivery. It's a simple solution, but many are not told about this specific benefit. Many businesses do not even tell their employees about it because they prefer for them to not leave. So it's a huge problem that we have here in Texas, specifically in South Texas, in small businesses. And when you're a teacher, teachers in Texas do not enjoy any special maternity leave rights, even though the employee demographics suggest a big need. Rules and access vary by school district. Most school districts have more than 50 employees working within a 75-mile radius. This means that the teachers are eligible for the FMLA job protection rate. But it is restricted by language for public and private schools, educational agencies, and instructional employees, meaning that the rights that they have for maternity leave vary amongst what you teach. And most of these school districts that do not provide parental leave pay, teachers need to purchase a short-term disability or utilize paid sick days accrued in her pool of bank. Some districts may continue your regular pay but subtract costs for substitute teacher. So, meaning that if you do have paid parental leave, when you do leave, they will subtract some of that money that is supposed to be for you. They give that to the substitute teacher that is covering for you over that time. Now we come to the benefits of maternity leave. Two important benefits are healthy moms and the drop in infant mortality. For healthy moms, we know now that women who return to work prior to 6 months after giving birth are at greater risk for postpartum depression. In contrast, longer maternity leave leads to better mental health for mothers and prolonged breastfeeding for children. And the breastfeeding with mother and child demonstrates that the quality of the relationship between them predicts a long-term outcome for physical and mental health to the development of learning disabilities impulsivity, and projectivity later in life for that child, including the mom. And the mother's well-being is a key to ensuring healthy outcomes and quality, and maternity leave is a fundamental piece of women's mental health. Now, we come to infant mortality. Research also demonstrates that we already have seen birth outcomes improve after the implementation of the FMLA. And research now shows that as the length of leave increases, infant mortality rates decline. With 10 weeks of maternity leave, an infant mortality rates drop between 1 and 2%, and 30 weeks of leave produces a dramatic 7 to 9% reduction in infant mortality, meaning the more time the mother spends with their child, the longer the lifespan of the child. These are all the resources I used throughout my research, and to just get an overview of everything that happened and the importance of it. I just want to show that it is important for parents, mothers, fathers to be spending time with their kids once they are born, and we should be allowed to have time to spend with them after they are born, or even if some parents want into adoption when they recently get that child. Businesses, no matter how big or small, should be able to help their employees with that. And if should be a law here in Texas, I believe so. To do something about this issue. If they're seeing great outcomes, something should be done. But that is up to everyone else. And so I just wanted you all to know something about this. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.